Hello, whoever decided to click on this video. Today I will be making a leather holster for my Leatherman. It came with this here bulky one, but that's not really for me, and I don't want to keep this on my belt, and I hate putting it through a belt loop. So I'm like this with a clip on it. Let's get right into it. Right here, I'm taking pieces of regular blue masking tape, rolling them up to create a shape around the knife that I want to have my holster to have. So I want this ridge here to give it a little more rigidity. I want a flare at the top to make it easier to put the blade in, and I want these little wedges on the flanges of the knife here. I don't want it to just be a hard edge, because then it'll go in and never be able to come out. So I still want there to be a little bit of an edge, because that's what's going to keep this into the thing, but I want it to have a little bit of a slope to it so that it'll slide back out, if that makes any sense. Here I'm doing what's called wet forming. You soak the piece of leather in water, get it pliable, and then you stretch it over the form that you want it to take and let it dry. Now here I'm letting the leather dry between takes, but also I'm working on it the entire time. I'm making sure it's getting more and more into those creases. As the leather dries, it becomes more and more malleable. Instead of just kind of wet and soppy and moves everywhere, it starts to kind of stick in place. So work it all the way until it's pretty dry, and then let it dry from there. Something I wanted to try with this build was hardening the steel. So the clip has to be hardened to like a spring-like state so that it'll stay on my belt. So the way I did that, I just took a regular torch, heated it up, dropped it in some used motor oil. Then I heated it up until it's kind of the bluish color, put it back in the oil, and it gives it this like real dark, almost black, bluey, gray color to it, and it stops it from rusting. Now I'm going to put a wax coating over the leather. So usually they use beeswax or a specialized wax. This is just household wax, seraphim wax I think is how you say it. So, you know, maybe not the best for the job, but it's worked for me in the past and it's cheap, so I don't see why I don't use it. Maybe there's a reason. If you know, let me know. But other than that, I'm just gonna keep using it. So first you melt it down in a pot like this, brush it onto the leather. Then I take it over to the heat gun and I heat up the wax that's on the surface of the leather to let it soak into the leather. And now this finish is extremely waterproof. You could run the leather under water and it'll repel it all day. You could probably make a cup out of leather if you really wanted to and drink it from this. I don't know how healthy that would be, but it would hold the water. Now lastly, I sewed the thing together. I didn't show a lot of this footage because I like to sew right up next to my body and whatever. It's hard to show it in the camera, and it's kind of boring to be honest, but simple stitching. First you stitch these edges down, then you stitch all the way around. So I started here, stitched all the way, went through one of the holes in the side of this, kept stitching, through a hole again, kept stitching all the way around, all the way back to the same point. So pretty basic stitches. And then I went and sanded the edges down and finished them. And that's it. It's done. I think it turned out pretty good. Enjoy the shots of it. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, drop a like, drop a comment if you want. I'll do my best to answer any questions anybody has, and have a good day.